Hello all, good afternoon. Today we are going to see one more function in the pySpark. So we are going to see the with column rename function in the pySpark. So first we are created the notebook and then we just created the cluster and we are connected the notebook with the cluster. Now and let's create the data. In pySpark first we need to create the data. So now just we need to add a square bracket and then curly bracket. For each row we are going to add the curly bracket. So first name is ID, then suppose John, and then salary is something 300. Then I just copy the first row because we want maybe some third or two, fourth, 3 or 4 2 row. So second row is 2, then max, and here salary is 400. And let me add one more row, and here third, and here we can make as a Smith, and here we can make as a 500. Now we created the data, we need to create the column header, and I am going to give the name for that header as a schema. So basically we called a schema to header, and then again add the square bracket. Now first our column name is ID, then next is name, and next is amount. Now we are going to create the data frame spark. Okay, spark dot create data frame. So if you see, this is a function we are using. Then I just copy the variable, that is data. First we need to give the variable for the data, then we need to give the schema, and then run it. Let's see we are able to create the data frame or not. So let me see what exactly went wrong. Class set cannot infer schema. So we are 300. Okay, 3 to 1. Let me see one more example we created last time we used. I just copy that one, and John, Max, Smith, right? So basically we don't need to use the curly bracket, we need to use the normal bracket, right? So we don't need to use the, so we use the curly bracket, so this is not correct. So each row we are going to use the normal bracket, round bracket. Let me add round bracket here also. Then we just remove the curly bracket and round bracket we are going to add. Let me add. Now let's run it. Now if I run it, it will work. Now if you see, we are successfully run. Now we want to see the data. So now there are two functions. First one is the show function or display function. In show function, mostly it will display the data in the partition. What happened? So we are not created the variable. First we are going to create the data variable, that is df, and data frame we are going to store into the df, and then we are going to show the data frame, right? Let's see, now it works. So now if you see, we have the 3 rows, and this is, and when I use display function, it will show in normal table. So display function it will show like that, and show function it will show like that, right? And now suppose now we just want to rename that amount column with like a salary column, like amount column header will be the, we want to replace with the salary. So wow, what we can do now, df dot with column rename. So if you see, we have that function. Then we need to give the old column header, that is amount, and new column header is salary, right? And now suppose if I cut this one, so now first we created the data frame and rename the column name, that is amount, with the salary. And now if I run it, if you see, we will get the column header as a salary, right? Let me, so let me store somewhere df1 and let's run it df1. So now if you see, we are stored the new data frame into the df1, and now if you see, previously we have the, now if I run it as a df, normal df, we have column header as a, now rent, let me show you that. So amount we replace with the salary, and whenever you stuck anywhere, so you can use the help function. So now help function, and then just add the our function, that is df dot with column rename. So when if you add this one, maybe I can copy this one and add, paste into the new cell. Let's see. So it will show the all details about the any function. Whenever you stuck with the any function, now if you see, you will get the whole detail about how it will work and all the things. So this, that's all about the today's video. If you have any question, please write down in comment, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Here like mostly they have just rename as a, this is old column name and this is h2 as a new column name. That's all about the today's video. Thank you.